Hello everybody, what is cracking? It is your boy Beast Mode Brady back at you with another banger video. If you're new here, my name is Brady Chowdhury, also known as Beast Mode Brady. And today we're going to be getting into how I completed my first half marathon, the 2023 Total Sports 2 Oceans half marathon. So if you're new, if you're not, I hope you're subscribed, like this video, and yeah, let's get into it. Hey guys, I just got back from a run now, and it was not an easy one, hey? Definitely one of the toughest I've ever done. The point of this now is a documentary of how I'm going to do my first 2 Oceans half marathon in under 2 hours. Something's not working. So starting now, let's call this day 0, because I'm going to work out a better way to train and put the main focus on the running instead of the strength training anymore, and try and do everything that I'll be doing in the gym will be focused towards improving my running. You know, I thought it was supposed to be getting easier by now, almost 10 runs in, but it wasn't. It's not getting easier, and that's why I know something's not working. Something's not right, because it should be getting easier. Got exactly 11 weeks and 3 days till race day, and yeah, I just got back from a run. Obviously I've stretched and everything, cooled down afterwards. I'm having some post-run heaven. So I actually did find a program yesterday after lots of stress and reading and research about how ambitious my goal is of sub 2 hours. Some of the prerequisite requirements, or like guidances, suggestions to milestones that you should have passed to be able to do this, were at least one half marathon before. Never done that one. Sub 25 minute 5k, which I've done years ago. Haven't matched it again. Sub 54 minute 10k. I've done a 55 on a race day, so that is really pushing. But you know, I've committed to this, and I'm going to do it. I'm going to get my sub 2 hours. I felt very good today. What did I do differently? I was very wound up today. I felt like I really needed to go run. I just felt like I had a lot on my shoulders. I've been busy the whole day, you know. Lots of stress, uncertainty about everything. And it felt like when I was on the road there, it just felt peaceful. It was just me on the road. You know, at the end of the run, I felt phenomenal, because it felt like it was just me on the road. And that's why I just felt like I was running with confidence, and I felt strong, which was beautiful, because that's the longest I've run non-stop without walking in a very long time. I felt very good. This training program seems to be good. I've committed to it, and I'm gonna give it my all. Sub 2 hours, 2 oceans, here we come, baby. Let's do this. And I think I'm hitting a rut, because I set off this morning to complete a 15k, and I mean, from the beginning it was difficult. Just felt like my muscles weren't having it. I ended up cutting it short. I was going to do 3 laps of my usual 5k route, and I just managed to get 1 in. So I don't know, I just feel like mentally I'm not where I want to be right now with regards to running, and actually everything. I've just been a mess. So I think it's time for a much needed reset, because I definitely need to regroup, relook at training, and see what I can change up now. I think my body definitely needs some rest. It's probably feeling the strain from all the past few weeks of intense training, so I'm definitely planning to cut back. But yeah, I think now going forward it's important to focus on fueling my body, so nutrition, making sure I'm stretching every single day, proper hydration, and yeah, resetting that mindset. Almost there, last push now, full sending at beast mode. Let's go. Just finished a 5K, I think 5.8, almost 6. I started at like 10 o'clock, so it was bloody hot. This watch lied to me. It said it was 17 degrees with a UV of 2 outside. There's no ways. Today's max is 30 and it's already 10:30. I reckon it's at least 25 degrees outside with a UV of like 6 or 7 at least. So that made this run a lot harder. I felt it in the heat, but mentally I felt a lot better than Monday's run. Still in a recovery phase, I'd say. About 1.5 weeks out. Mentally, I'm not exactly there yet. Physically, probably a little better than mentally. I haven't run a 15 since the 26th of March, so that's already about 10 days, just over a week and a bit. I think I was hoping to run on Friday, but I'm actually going to do a motorbike ride. So the aim of that is not to hurt myself, just be extra cautious, and then run a 10 or 15 on Sunday. And then obviously short runs, maybe Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday, race day. Feeling good, beast mode, full send. Last push now. And now comes race day. Race day was a super early start, okay? We woke up around 3:30 in the morning because the race start was at 6:30, and obviously I had to get sustenance. I had to have a meal before the run because it's such a long run. You need to fuel yourself, or else towards the end you'd be drained, you had no energy. So I remember having 2 slices of toast, scrambled eggs, and just water, I think. Yeah, I had that in the morning, and then I had a bit of a Future Life shake as well in the car on the way. So we left here, it was dark and everything, and the nerves were hitting when you put on the race shirt with your number on for the first time. Then you're feeling, okay, it's game time. So then I did my stretches after breakfast, and we got in the car and went. We got there in time. We got there around 5:30, so about an hour before race start. I just sat in the car for about half an hour or so, just chilled, relaxed a bit, ran in the road for about a minute or two just to stretch, warm up, get everything loose, flowing. And this is now when the vibes are like going, everyone's keen, excited. So then at about 6 or so, we all walked to the start, and then I said goodbye to everyone that was there supporting me, the team. I left my jacket with them, number out. I decided to wear a Lumo yellow outfit, top and shorts, so I made sure everyone could see me. When they were looking on the sides, they could see me. And I headed to the start, into the thing, right? As I was walking in, I saw 3 mates from my class in campus, and I said how's it to all of them. They were chatting, and then I said, then we were chatting about goals and everything. Then they asked, is this your first one? I said, first half marathon, first Oceans. Yeah. And I asked about the goal. I said 2 hours, sub 2 hours, that's the goal. And then they're like, yeah, we believe in you, go for it. They were all starting at the back, so they said they're just gonna take it easy and give it their best, have some fun. I was like, cool, see you guys later. Headed to the front. So I started in group C. It went all the way from A to R. So C was pretty good. I was happy to be there. Everyone was running, so it was a nice group to be in up front, and I was happy. So group A goes off. They play music, everything. 2 minutes later, group B goes off. Man, now things were shaking. Like, ready, feeling good, let's do it. 2 minutes later, group C goes off. And so first bit, you're feeling it, you're like, okay, you need to pace yourself. First kilometer, it's important. Get up, good pace, where the hills, what to expect. I had a bit of a card in my pocket with all the times I need to be doing the pace and everything. So I was feeling it. So I was going, and then I saw my family on the side as we started. I waved at them, and they were screaming for me. And I was like, okay, now it's game time. So a few things that helped me in the run were I was carrying about 3 gummies, which I just squeezed and had about every 7 Ks or so as I needed. I had water along the way at the water points. We put it over my head. There was one stop later in the run where I had just 2 or 3 sips of Coke because I needed some sugar. Let me tell you, probably around kilometer 15 or so, it started getting really tough. But before that, I think around kilometer 10, the 2-hour bus, so that's the guy running with the big flag in his bag that everyone runs with to get to a sub 2 hour, that bus came past me at 10 Ks, and I was like, I need to get sub 2 hours. How am I going to do it if I can't keep up with this oak? Because up the hills he was just going and I couldn't keep up with him. I tried. I stayed with him for about 3 Ks, and then I just lost him little bit by little bit. At about kilometer 15 or so, I didn't think I was going to make my time. It was such a mental battle, because I saw where I was, and I was down by about maybe 30 seconds to a minute or so, and it was feeling tough. The heels were getting to me. I wasn't walking. I hadn't walked once. I said, I'm not going to walk. I'm not going to stop. If I need to slow down, I'll slow down, but I'm not stopping. So I slowed down on the hills. I was battling it out, and then I said to myself, all of the months of preparation and hard work for this one moment, I'm healthy, I'm fit, I know I've got it in me. And I just dug deep. I pushed, I gave it everything. I dedicated every 5 Ks to a different person in my life. Someone close to me that motivates me, that's rooting for me, to be successful and to get this. So every 5K I would think, I'm doing this for them, And I was pushing. So on the uphills I could slow down a bit, but I knew on the flats and the downs I need to be pushing. At one point I think I was running at like 4:57 pace on the flats and downhills because I knew I needed to make up time. When I got to 15-16 Ks, that was the big decider. I saw my time and I was like, okay, now we full send it. Because I needed to do a 5K in under 30 minutes after running 15, which I'd never done before. So I was like, okay, shoot one of the last gummies, goos, and I was like, let's go. I sent it, that was a tough one. I was going. Every water stop, I would just spray water over my head, cool down, keep moving. And then I remember, I think I used my last gummy at the 18K mark, because I knew there was 3 Ks left, and I knew towards the end there was a hill, and it's uphill and then flat towards the end. It just felt like it was taking forever. Once I hit that last goo, and I had a bottle of water with me that I took at one of the stops, and I was just sipping on that. I left that with someone else on the side, and that last bit, that was the toughest part of the whole run, because it was an entire mental battle. I knew it was an uphill. As soon as I turned that uphill, I was 30 seconds up on my time, and that is so easy to lose, especially on the uphills. And I said to myself, no, I'm not losing this. Not after 18 kilometers of hard work to lose it all in the end. No. So I pushed. I kept my 18. I kept my 30 seconds up all the way there. Pushing. And it was a gradual uphill. And I'm just waiting, and I'm waiting for the end. And the last kilometer comes, and now I'm running out of juice. I can feel a cramp coming up in my right quad, and I just say, you know what? Can I do this? Do I have it in me? It's a whole thing of like, I've come this far, but it's not over until it's over. And I was really struggling. It was a mental battle, but I kept pushing. The cheerleaders and everyone on the side was cheering you on as you come along. And that really drove up the energy and kept me pushing hard. So then I get to about 300 meters left, And I would say that was the hardest bit of the entire race, that last 300 meters. Because I'm watching the time, I'm watching my watch, and it's 30 seconds, 29 seconds, 28 seconds up, and I see it coming down. And I'm drained, I've got nothing left, you know. And then I'm like, I'm not gonna give up. I'm gonna fight, you know. I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna give it every last bit in me. And I pushed through. I remember as I'm entering the last bit, Reese had finished already, and he was screaming on the sides for me. And I saw him, and I said, "Shot, boy." He said, "Full send it, man." And I knew I was at the end. So then I just didn't care about anything else, and I just pushed. I didn't look at the watch for that last 200 meters or so. I just pushed. As soon as I crossed the line, I see my dad and my parents there. I see my dad, my brother, my mom, my girlfriend. They're all there on the side, but obviously I only saw my dad because he's the tall one in the crowd. As I cross the line, and I look at the watch, and I see 1:59:30 or 1:59:20. I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was a 1:59, and that meant the world to me. And in that moment, I just got so emotional, you know. So much joy overcame my entire being, and it just felt that all the 6 months of training and all the hardships and everything, all the sacrifice was worth it. And yeah, I completed the Two Oceans 21K in 1 hour 59 minutes and achieved my goal of sub 2 hours on my first attempt. The battle, the mental battle, and the toughness made it that much sweeter. And yeah, I'm very glad to have achieved this goal. That just shows, if you set your mind to something, you put in the work, and you believe in yourself, anything is possible. I believe in all of you, and I encourage you to set a goal and work crazily towards achieving that. I believe in you, and I'm rooting for you. My name is Beast Mode Brady, signing out. Stay in Beast Mode. Peace.